Last summer I decided to take on a challenge, creating a simple mobile game within just 6 days, hoping to earn some easy money from ad revenue. I thought this would be a quick and straightforward way to generate income, but I was in for a surprise. After finishing the development, I encountered some bizarre Java issues that prevented the game from running. These problems took several days to fix, and my limited experience made it even more frustrating. A few days after publishing the devlog about the game, I finally resolved the issues, only to discover another hurdle. I wasn't old enough to publish the game on the Play Store. Now, several months later, I am finally 18 and ready to publish my own games. In this video, I will be fixing bugs and improving the game to make it Play Store worthy. Make sure to watch till the end, because this process is going to be more challenging than you might think. First, I need to improve every aspect of the game. Since I made it within 6 days, it's riddled with issues and bugs that need addressing before it can perform well on the Play Store. First off, let's talk about the old upgrades. I manually created each one of them, which was pretty inefficient, and because of that, the game only has a total of 31 upgrades as of right now. This means that once you purchased all of these few upgrades, there is nothing else to do in the game, and boredom will take over fast. Also, for some reason, you can only unlock upgrades in a fixed order, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. Anyway, I decided to overhaul the entire upgrade system, and thankfully it didn't take all too long. Instead of having a linear path of upgrades that you have to purchase one by one in a fixed order, you now have a list of all existing upgrades, such as a global profit multiplier or the sheep capacity of your lawn. Compared to the old upgrade system, you can now purchase each upgrade as often as you want. Unlike previously, where you were limited to 31 upgrades, you will now be able to buy significantly more. I might add limits for certain upgrades later, but for now, sky is the limit. Okay, that was cringe. Additionally, the text on the upgrade buttons now also shows each total multiplier and how it would change after purchasing the upgrade. Oh, I forgot to round these values. Here we go. The last thing I needed to do was write some code to calculate the price for each upgrade. Because you will be able to purchase the same upgrades repeatedly from now on, the price for each upgrade will need to increase over time to maintain a stable progression through the game. And just like that, we already fixed the terrible upgrade system. You can now purchase upgrades in any order you want and buy as many as you like, as long as you have the money. And now, let's proceed to revamping the idle income. The current idle earning system works by saving the exact timestamp when you leave the game and calculating the amount of seconds you have been away. It then multiplies the seconds by a multiplier and divides the result by 10. Additionally, I capped the maximum earnings at $30, which means you can earn as much in 10 minutes of being away as you would in 2 hours. Yes, I know that sucks. Besides, earning $30 after being away for hours is insignificant in the later stages of the game, where you earn thousands of dollars in mere seconds of active play. In conclusion, this feature is essentially useless and needs to be remade. Fortunately, this isn't as challenging for me as it might seem, because I am really skilled at coding. If you want to become like me and learn how to code or improve your skills, I've got the perfect recommendation for you. Today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is an interactive learning platform that teaches you topics like programming, math, data analysis, and even AI. They offer thousands of interactive lessons where you learn by doing rather than passively consuming information. What sets Brilliant apart is their use of the first principles approach. Their courses help you build understanding from the ground up through hands-on problem solving in every lesson. You can play with concepts and have fun while learning. This method has been proven to be 6 times more effective than watching lecture videos. Brilliant also helps you build a strong learning habit, even if it's just for a few minutes a day. Learning with Brilliant will help you improve your skills both personally and professionally over time. I highly recommend their programming courses, where you will learn Python and essential coding concepts like variables, loops, and conditionals. These courses train your mind to think like a programmer, and before long you will be able to write your own complex programs and even games. Trust me when I tell you that they are a perfect way to get started with game development or improve your skills. If you want to try try the programming courses and everything else Brilliant offers for free for 30 days, as well as get a 20% discount off an annual premium subscription, visit brilliant.org/flukydev. You can find the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen. Make sure to check it out to support me and most importantly to become smarter. Anyway, remaking the idle income mechanic was so easy because I only needed to rewrite the line of code that calculates your earnings. That was all. This new calculation simulates shearing a regular sheep every 10 seconds of idle time while still benefiting from your profits multiplier. This adjustment ensures you earn more cash while idle than previously, and your idle income increases as you continue playing and purchase more upgrades. I also considered increasing the maximum idle time from 5 to 15 minutes. However, this would result in players earning $90 after 15 minutes of idle time without any multiplier, which is quite a lot for the early game. On the other hand, decreasing the maximum away time would mean that late game players are rewarded too little. So I decided to introduce an upgrade that increases your maximum idle time instead. However, during testing I noticed that you earned large amounts of idle money even after being away for just a few seconds in the early game. To address this, I initially planned to make idle income slower, but then I discovered the real issue: the upgrades. The multipliers were almost exponential while the upgrade costs barely increased. Since the profits multiplier directly impacts idle income, the idle money was skyrocketing just like other income sources. To fix this, I increased the rate at which upgrade prices rise with each purchase. Now everything should be good to go. Before tackling the remaining items on my to-do list, I decided to create a Google Play console account, knowing that the verification process would take some time. It cost me $25, so I'm really hoping this video gains enough popularity for enough people to play my game and help me earn that money back. While waiting for the Google developer verification to be completed, I went back to my to-do list. The next task was to add more quests and improve the quest system overall. The quest system was initially a promising mechanic in my game, but I implemented it poorly due to time constraints. The original version had a very small number of quests with wildly inconsistent difficulties. Some quests were trivial, like asking players to have a double-digit amount of money when they already had thousands, while others were excessively demanding, such as selling hundreds of sheep, which players found unappealing. To address these issues, I revised the code for generating new quests. Now the difficulty scales better with the player's progress, considering multipliers and other stats, ensuring a more balanced and gradually increasing challenge. I decided against adding new quests for now, as I couldn't think of any that made sense. During this update, I also discovered and fixed bugs in the upgrade system that arose from its earlier overhaul. Now for the fun part of this devlog: adding new sheep. I introduced 5 new common sheep, 3 new rare sheep, and redesigned one of the mythic sheep that I felt was too unattractive. Creating these sheep was a refreshing break from all the issue solving. Finally, I tackled the addition of bosses, a giant sheep that randomly appears on the screen. Players must swipe quickly to shear it and collect its valuable wool before it disappears. While it's not a traditional boss fight, it introduces a new challenge for players. And just like that, we improved every major aspect of the game. In the meantime, I got verified on the Google Play console, so I could upload my game right away. However, this process was far more complicated than I anticipated. First, I had to complete a super tedious survey about privacy and data safety. After that, I needed to create the story page for my game, which included cover art, a trailer and several captivating screenshots. Once I finished all of this, I had to wait for Google to verify my changes. Then I had to gather at least 12 people to sign up for a closed test for at least 2 weeks. It was incredibly challenging to find 12 testers, but I eventually did it, and then the 2-week countdown started. As of now, the 2 weeks have already passed, and after completing another survey and addressing all the bugs and issues reported by the testers, I finally published my game on Google Play. If you want to give it a try, be sure to check the video description. I would really appreciate it. Was all this effort really worth it just for a handful of cents from ad revenue? I'm not sure, but I definitely had fun. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to leave some feedback in the comments below. Have a great day and see you next time.